Yeah, pretty rough final. Everyone was pretty aggressive. For the most part, clean but aggressive. Not a great race for us, but not bad either. Pretty decent. Just had a rough start. The outside road didn't get a great jump, and then it was just battles from there on. At the end, we were able to put some laps together and get past some guys, and then finish P8. So yeah, not bad overall.
Hey, Paul, give me some final thoughts on the weekend. You were pretty competitive throughout the week, but came up a little short in the race. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I definitely had good speed all week, even when I didn't think we did. We still had good speed. Today, this morning, rolling up for warm-up, Kart felt pretty good. I was pretty happy with it, and I was really confident for the final. I thought we were going to have something to be up there and fight for the win, but just all we did was put the new tires on, and it felt like Kart just got way worse. So don't know if we got a bad set of tires or something like that, but seemed to be leaning towards a bad set of tires. Like I said, Kart was good in warm up. All we did was tires and went backwards. So we're gonna figure some things out and come back next time.
Eventful day for Ryan Norberg. First of all, describe that incident with Braden Eves. I mean, that was probably the moment of the race because it really spaced the field out quite a bit. What was your assessment of that?
It's just Braden. Braden likes to hold the outside, so that's Braden's MO. He does it every time. He does it to everybody. He did it in KA, and that's what screwed him in KA. And then he does it next 30. He just tries to hold the outside. And I mean, I gave him enough space in one. Really, the thing I should have done is run him out in one, because that's what he does to everybody if you hold the outside. And so I let him hold the outside, and then he wanted to do the same thing where he drives in and tries to pinch you down, and he drove in and turned into me. And I have video of it. I'm going completely straight. I mean, that's why there's no penalty for it, because I'm going completely straight. There's nothing I can do. I'm not even in the corner yet. And so I turned for the corner, and he's already turned into me. And so yeah, destroyed the cart, bent the cart. It's bent 5 mil. So I mean, we're driving around, we're still fast on a cart that doesn't turn left, and this whole racetrack's left-hander. So I mean, it ruined his race and ruined mine. So it's frustrating. I mean, that kind of just sums up our whole week. Is we get going and have some good things going, and then I don't know, just stuff like that happens, and yeah, we fall back.
You had a bit of a surprise when you got to technical inspection. I know you lodged a protest, and I believe it was successful. So describe that whole situation and perhaps your surprise in finding out that you had been penalized.
Well, I'm not necessarily surprised. I mean, we went into turn one. Paulie, me and Aiden all went into turn one, and I was on the inside of all of them, and they all came down. I think Aiden didn't really see that I was there, and so I kind of set up for the corner and went back to the outside and was hoping to kind of over-under them. And then in the video, I mean, the reason I won the protest is I was already on the brakes, braking for the corner, and then Paulie, sets up for the corner, but I'm already on the brakes, already there. So he sets up for the corner and kind of I hit him, so I didn't really have anywhere to go. So yeah, they overturned it. I think that's fair. I mean, there's nothing I can do. You can even see I lock up to try and avoid it, but I mean, at that point, I'm already on the brakes, so it's not much I can do.
You mentioned it. You had a damaged cart, but somehow still able to keep the pace and hang on there. Describe how difficult that race was to run up front with a cart that was not performing at 100%.
It was really difficult. I mean, once I got in the accident, obviously you're just kind of assessing where you are in the racetrack. You got to defend or whatever. And so then I lost a couple of positions, and then it doesn't turn left, and so I have to change my whole line around the racetrack. And our setup compared to everybody, we were just in a different power band, so the bottom end we were not fast, and so yeah, that doesn't help when the cart doesn't turn. So I was having to really set up for the corners, and you could see when when I caught the guys in front of me, I caught Diego and Joe, when they started blocking, I really struggled getting out of the hairpins because I just couldn't get the cart to go. I couldn't set up like I needed to, and so even that racing with a cart that just didn't work. That's why I waited for the straightaway, because I knew it's I can't race these guys to the infield. I've got to get one good run to the line. I had a great run on the straightaway, and I was like, I guess we're going to the outside because this is all we got.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like the whole weekend you and Norberg haven't been pulling any punches on and off the racetrack. Describe that incident for us between the two of you. I mean, what was the deal there?
I mean, I don't know. He went up the inside 3 wide, and I was trying to give up the position, and then he pretty much just parks it on the apex, trying to match my speed so I can't slot in. And then, there's obviously another cart behind him, and, I was, fair enough if he wants to shove me off on the outside. I've done it before, it's fair, but the problem is I was on the curb, and we ran to the end of the curb, and now we're in a straight line. You need to give me room to rejoin. I'm off the track, and he just decides not to let me in. I don't know what his problem is. Like, I've never driven the guy wrong a single time, and he just wants to. He impedes me in qualifying, takes away my fastest lap, and clearly I was the fastest go-kart through all the heats. And I mean, my kart was set up for a long run. It wasn't even close to being in. I was just kind of managing it, trying not to overdrive in the beginning, and just wants to end my race and not let me go. But I just don't understand it, because it's just ridiculous, honestly. It is what it is. I mean, I guess crashed out. I mean, I don't really care about the end result at the end of the day, because I know that had that not happened, I would have been in contention. I think me and Garrison were the strongest this weekend, and you know, props to him. Honestly, congrats to him on the win. I wish I would have been able to fight it out with him, but you know, it is what it is. I think we showed MPG Motorsports crew knows what they're doing, and we had karts up front in every class that we were doing. So, and honestly, I led laps in both finals, so can't really ask for much more. A little bit unlucky in KA, but X30 is good. Just a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, really happy that the pace is there. That's the important thing. Haven't had pace like this since 2020, so you know, we'll roll with it. I mean, I didn't change a single thing on the go-kart all weekend. We rolled straight from Houston to here, and just tire pressure and worked on my driving, and that was it. So happy with the result, or not happy with the result, but happy with the pace and the overall weekend. So.
Hey, real quick, it looked like you were in that second group there, and you guys couldn't just quite get up to the lead pack. You know, what was your evaluation of your day today, and did you have anything you could have given them if you'd gotten there?
Yeah, for sure. I was fast enough. I mean, everything felt great. The chassis was amazing. The engine was good. Just everyone wanted to race for 7th instead of trying to go for the win, so I couldn't really do much about it. But when I got out the mess, we're grouped in the second group. I was fast enough to go with them, but I wasn't there in the beginning, you know. So it's one of those things, and in the end, I'm hoping we'll be good for the next race.
Well, when we spoke live on Kart Chaser, it was a podium. You've been knocked down a spot. You know, give me your thoughts. I mean, obviously, still a good weekend, not what you're quite used to. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, the quali wasn't perfect. I had to start 11 in the heats, and then they were a bit messy, the heats coming through, but even still, started 6th for the final. And then in the final, I think we just missed something small, so managed to get the lead, and then we just didn't quite have the speed to hold it. But no, we've been in the situation where we've had that gap, and at other races we've driven away, but today it just wasn't. We didn't quite get it perfect, so we'll have a look. I think we know what we messed up on, but we'll be fine for the next one.
A week off. What are you looking forward to doing that's not going to the go-kart track?
Exactly that, really. Just relaxing at home. It's been busy. I've had my races over here, but in Europe as well. I think it's been 6 weeks on a roll now, so it'll be nice to relax a bit, see some friends, family. Yeah. Good.
For sure, the weekend was really good for us. We did great points for the championship. We know I want to win the race. I had some problem with the reeds in the final, but I'm so proud with the team. Aero with the engine, everything was amazing, and let's keep pushing for the next one.
A really competitive pro shifter weekend. I know you've been working on getting up to AJ's pace. You mentioned yesterday that you really felt like you were getting there. What's your evaluation of the weekend and what you've been able to do and accomplish on this kart?
This weekend, I'd say it's been a pretty successful weekend for myself. I'm sure AJ's not too happy about getting second. He don't like losing just as much as me, but I'm not quite there yet. It was just a matter of the start this time for the final. So I lost a few positions and had to pass, Kremers, and I got close to Pika and Gulick. I was in the fight for the top 3 and just didn't quite get there. It would have been nicer to have been up in that battle with Wick and AJ, but it just wasn't there today. We'll get them next time.
A really productive weekend for you and the team. I'm sure this is a great feeling to be this competitive this fast. Tell me about that feeling.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I've never really been this competitive before. Back in my X30 days, never was able to accomplish much, but now running with Gary and Rainey and just learning from everyone, obviously it's starting to show.
Yeah. And just a weekend evaluation, how do you feel about your progression as a driver having this kind of competitive equipment?
It's good. I mean, there's always more to learn, right? I mean, I learn a lot on track from other drivers, racing against some of the best guys in the world, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it was a good weekend. Learned a lot.
Yeah, no, the Magic Kart guys, and then our new engine with Sani engines. They've been strong all week, and they've been the best out there, other than the two IMEs out there that I've seen. But I haven't seen everybody, obviously, and we don't have that much to work on. Maybe a little high on air pressure, maybe some little things on the chassis there. But other than that, we're really close, like you said, and just got to work to get up with those guys.
It was the Kyle and AJ show this weekend, and Kyle came out on top. So give me a rundown of this weekend, your evaluation of it, and how your competitors have really given you some difficulties this weekend.
We definitely knew AJ is going to be fast. He's always really fast here in Newcastle, so we knew that AJ was going to be probably the guy to beat coming here. So Thursday went a little rough for us. We didn't have very much pace. We had a couple problems we had to work through. Friday, we felt like we had gotten close on our used tire pace to AJ. We hadn't put new tires on yet, so then obviously we started putting new tires on, and qualifying went really well. First heat, AJ went way away, and we had to ran him back down, but started just more to learn. So learns from AJ, worked to be better for heat 2 and heat 3. Obviously heat 3 he got the better of me, and then for the main event, he got away on the start with me going into the marbles, and then I just had to keep my head down and keep the kart under me, and the GFC is the best kart on the grid right now, so it makes it easy for me.